Hey guys, so today I'm going to be playing a pretty unconventional way of playing Sableye. If you don't know how Sableye works, you just keep using Junk Hunt, getting 2 items back from your discard pile, and you basically mill out your opponent. Fun Pokemon. So for the deck, playing 3 Sableye, 1 Bunnelby, because when games go to time, you want to mill them out pretty fast. 1 Shaman. Basically, your opening hands are mainly going to be I'm just going to dump everything, and then you're going to need a way to redraw back up. So Shaman's a pretty good use for that. We're playing a 2-2-2 oddish, Vileplume line. So Vileplume says that each player can't play item cards from his or her hand. We're going to turn this into a one-sided Vileplume. So instead of each player, it might as well just say your opponent. I'm going to explain how that works once I've gone through the list. We're also playing 2 Wobbuffet. So as long as this is in the active slot, abilities are turned off unless they're from Psychic Pokemon. We're never going to use the attack of this, and we're just constantly going to have a Floatstone on it. And now the card that makes this entire deck work is 2 Vanillux. If you don't know what this card is, I don't blame you. It has an ability called Slippery Souls. So once during your turn, before you attack, you may switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, your opponent does the same. So I'm just going to explain it now. So with this on your bench, you're going to retreat your active Sableye into a Wobbuffet. And with Wobbuffet in the active, it turns off this Vileplume. So you can now play your items as much as you like. And then with a Flowstone on this Wobbuffet, you free retreat back into your Sableye. This turns back on Vileplume, and then you just Junk Hunt and get any 2 cards, and then you just keep doing that every single turn. So to feed this into a consistent deck, we're going to be playing 3 Battle Compressor. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and discard them. You mainly want to discard your item cards, but your first 2 Battle Compressors, I'd say, will be for a Vanillux, a Archie's, and a Versaseeker, and then another one could be Oddish Vileplume into a Revitalizer. And then your third one could be just a bunch of energy disruption. We're playing 1 Custom Catcher because you don't take prizes. So we're aiming to be, well, we're not aiming to be, but if we do get behind on prizes, we can just keep bringing back up whatever they have, because it's an item card. So we can just keep Junk Hunting it back if they manage to get a retreat off with a Floatstone or something. Next, we're playing 3 Crushing Hammer. You can loop these and just keep discarding all of your opponent's energy until they're all gone. And then you go into your Bunnelby and then just mill them. Next, we're playing 1 Enhanced Hammer, because if they're playing special energy, why try and do it on a coin flip when you can guarantee it? Next, we're playing 3 Rare Candy. This is for the Vileplume line, so you can dump a Rare Candy at some point and then get it back with the Sableye. And then once you got Oddish down, you can just go Rare Candy into Plume. Just keep in mind though, when you go into your Plume, you want to have your Floatstone on Wobbuffet already. You could try and do it beforehand, but there's a pretty high risk in doing so, because if you don't draw it, you can't retreat out, and then you can't Junk Hunt. Next, we're playing 1 Reset Stamp. So if your opponent basically has a humongous hand, and this deck don't like that, you can play a Reset Stamp and send them back down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. And then if they end up drawing like a Sycamore off their 1 card, which tends to happen so many times, you just get it back with Junk Hunt and do it again. It's pretty good. Next, we're playing 1 Revitalizer. It just puts 2 Grass Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. You can get an Oddish and a Plume with it, and then get a Rare Candy at some point, and then there you go. There's your Vileplume. Next, we're playing 1 Super Rod. This is mainly to shuffle back your Sableyes, because if you run out of them, you don't have a deck to play. And it gets back your Dark Energy as well, and I'm going to Restart tonight. Next, we're playing Free Trainer's Mail. This mainly just grabs items outside of Junk Hunt. And also, if we do end up discarding one, we can keep grabbing it back to get all the rest of the stuff to use and have in our discard pile for later. Next, we got 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball gets all of our Pokemon, and it discards cards, so we can discard items to then get back with Junk Hunt later. Lastly, for items, we've got 3 Versus Seeker. Most traditional expanded decks play 4, but with Sableye with Junk Hunt, you can play less than 4 perfectly fine because you can just loop it, and then instead of grabbing 2 items, you get an item and a Versus Seeker, which then gets any supporter every single turn. Go away. For stadiums, I'm playing 1 Black Market. Basically, if they knock out a Sableye with a Dark Energy on it, they don't get a prize. And we don't want them to win a game through prizes. Next, we've got 2 Power Plant. So it turns off the abilities of EXs and GXs. This slows down Pikarom quite a lot, even though it is a pretty bad matchup because they just turbo out their energies and whatnot. But we try and not let them get to free at all. Next, 2 Archies. Archies gets the Vanillux, and this is the first thing you want to set up, and you want to do the Vileplume last, because if the Vileplume's up, you can't VS Seeker Archies. You gotta hope to draw into it or have it not be prized. Next, we got 1 Faber. So Faber removes a tool or special energy into the Lost Zone. So against decks that only play 4 double colorless, we just send them all to the Lost Zone and just deck them out. Next, we got 1 Hue. This acts as kind of like Reset Stamp, but better, because it discards their cards, not put them into deck, or even draws them cards if they're Reset Stamp to 1 with like maybe a 2-card deck. You go Hue, draw them back up, and then they lose during their end step, well, their next draw step. Next, we got 1 N. I think everyone should know what N does by now. We're always all the time we're going to be drawing 6 from this N. And our opponents should be drawing less than 6 all the time. So this gives us a pretty nice advantage later on in the game. If we're a lowish hand size, we can just go VS Seeker N, and they go to like 3 to 1, and then we draw back up to 6 and just keep destructing. 1 Plumeria. So if they've got energy on their bench and you can't flare grunt them, this is a pretty good way to do it as well. And this, unlike enhanced Crushing Hammer, this isn't on a coin flip, so you just straight up discard any energy on the board by discarding 2 cards, and with those discards you can discard items again and then reuse them with Junk Hunt. 2 Juniper. This just keeps our hand fairly high, and it lets us see the resources we need to see just to set up these. Next, 1 Flagrant. Flagrant just discards an energy from the active. With this, we want to discard we keep discarding the basic energies off this, just so then we can enhance hammer the special energy guaranteed if needed. But if all they've got is basics, then you can just go Crushing Hammer Versus Seeker, and then Versus Seeker's Flagrant, and then hopefully Crushing Hammer the other energy away. And again, even if you flip tails, you just get it back with Junk Hunt and just try again later. Finally, for supporters, we play 1 Team Rocket's Handiwork. This is probably our best way of milling outside of Bunnelby. So we flip 2 coins for each heads, they mill 2. We loop this every single turn with Junk Hunt with Versus Seeker, which is insane for this deck. For tools, we play 2 Floatstones. So anything this is attached to has free retreat. We could plop 1 on a Wobbuffet and a Plume. I did used to play 3, but I just felt like I kept seeing it too much, and we only need to see one for this combo to work. So yeah, always attached to the Wobbuffet first with the Flowstones. Our A spec is a Life Dew. So we attach this to Sableye because this is the thing that's going to be on the front 9 times out of 10. And then if they knock it out, they don't get a prize because they take 1 less, and 1 minus 1, 0. And then for energy, we play 5 basic dark. The reason it's such a low count is because Junk hunts for a single dark, and then we can loop Super Rod to get them back. So it's not really the end of the world if we lose a couple during the game. But yeah, that's Sableye, Vileplume, Wobbuffet, Vanillux. Let's see if we can actually mill people out. Expanded. Oop, oop. And as you could probably see, this doesn't happen 9 times out of 10. It does happen with the full lock, but if they manage to like destruct quite a bit of it partway through, it just doesn't happen. But that's perfectly fine because we just keep discarding their energies either way. So we're wanting to go first. Heads. Wah. Looks like we're going second. Yep, cool. Ugh. This opener's pretty bad, to be honest. So because of that, I might just start the Wobbuffet. And since they're going first, it slows them down with no abilities. So they started Darkrai Prism. So they're probably on Turbo Dark, and then their Lightning was Dedenne. So basic energy fan club. This will probably get a Darkrai EX with the free retreat, and maybe the other Darkrai EX from Breakpoint. I'd imagine that's what they go for. What? Zera or a Zora Ninja? I don't understand why that's there. Oh, this is actually like save this hand. So we could probably play this down and they'd like never bump it, which is fine on us. We can go Ultra Ball, discarding Vanillux and Enhance Hammer. And we're going to be searching a Shaman. Oh no, we can't use it because of Wob. Yeah. Shit. We'll grab it anyway. Just in case they do knock this out, we've got something to draw back a player. And then if that's the case, then we'll probably want to attach here. And then say go. Pokinav. I honestly don't know what the hell they're playing. What about them? draw supporter. Kind of is. Yeah, we'll take it. I've never used Hue to draw. That's pretty bad. But, so yeah, they now discard 2 cards and we'll draw 1 card, sorry, and we'll draw 3. I'll probably grab a Battle Compressor here. I've got the Super Rod in hand, so I could probably get away with attaching 2 here to retreat. But it's got the tool now on it, so I might have to just commit with that there. Yeah. We'll dump Archie's versus Seeker and a Crushing Hammer? Yeah, the Revitalized there. Yeah. And then say go. I've played this game super wrong. So I wonder what he grabs here. What is he playing? Oh god. Attach go. Yeah, I shot myself in the foot by just this abomination of what's on it and it in the active. I guess once it's gone, we can actually start playing the game. I mean, he doesn't take a prize here, but off the Shaman, I need a way to discard both of these energy. So we'll go Shaman and draw 4. There's the Oddish. Versus Seeker doesn't help us here. Actually, we can get an Archie's. Yeah, we can use the Archie's here by discarding these 2. Grab nothing. Play Power Plant. And then versus Seeker Archies. Get the Vanillux and draw 5. Off this, we'll dump the Revitalizer, a Rare Candy, and a Vanilla, a Vileplume. Then we'll go Junk Hunt. Grab him back. Forget Revitalizer Candy. I need a way to draw though, that's the thing. I've got Candy in hand. Battle Compressor Revitalizer. Yeah, that sounds right. Or do we go Crushing Hammer and try and get rid of one of these? Let's do Crushing Hammer. So he takes his first prize, but because of that, it turns on it turns on our custom catcher, and he just sets like 4 more energy. We're going to promote the Wobbuffet here. Crushing Hammer heads. Off the active. Crushing Hammer heads. So we'll go Floatstone. Revitalizer. Said you gotta grab 2. So. Candy Vileplume. I like the idea of switching their active. Yeah, we can do that. So we go into this, then Slippery Souls, go back into it. So now we've got the one-sided item lock going, but we've had to keep this on a bench, so he can play items this turn, but he's not doing so, because it's probably just a handful of energy. Oh my god, I'm already gonna lose because of bad draws. Yeah, I think we are. We'll try that again. Woohoo! Let's go first. And that's a mulligan. A mulligan once to get an oddish. But this hand's actually alright. Literally only because we got this Juniper, but Bow Compressor. Start dumping this. These prizes are actually okay. Oh no, wait. Yeah, they're okay. Floatstone. Why is he playing this? Okay. Oh no, this is actually alright, because we can just put the Wobbuffet in the active. And then, yeah, that's actually, like, irrelevant. And then we'll do the Vileplume, Revitalizer, and probably a Crushing Hammer. So in hand we've got the Vileplume and the Audit. Well, the Vileplume. So we can probably dump Candy, Crushing, and Handiwork. Retreat into Sableye. Joe. What a top deck. So he went Skylar for Brooklet. Okay. Just remembering what's here. Yeah, cool. Bench. Juniper. We can manually evolve this stuff. I guess we grab this. That was dumb of me, because I need to bump this, and actually no, yeah, this is fine. Grab the Wob. Attach. Bump the Stadium. And then start doing Junk Hunt. The Versus Seeker Floatstone. Because next turn we can play Archies, depending on what we draw. Oh, that's rude. That is super rude. So what, we discard this and this. Grab nothing. Attach. Can't even play Shaman. N. There we go. Okay, so if I grab the VS Seeker Ultra Ball, I can use one Ultra Ball to discard these two, another one for these two, attach the Dark. Yeah. So VS Seeker Ultra Ball. And next turn should be Archie's, depending on what we draw. That's no longer Archie's. Actually, yeah, should be. We discard these two. Grab nothing. Discarding oh, this game's so cruel. Guess these two. Grab nothing. Attach. Oh no. Yeah, this is Archie's. I'm so dumb. Oh. Didn't even get to show it off. We'll play maybe one, maybe two more, just to see if we can actually like showcase the deck going. Because our first game was pretty bad. Our second game we had the lockup, but they scooped just before we actually did it. So hopefully this time we get it up and then fully mill him. No. Why? So this sounds pretty bad. Laser. Yikes. I guess handiwork. Power plant, go. If he gets a Verbank, it's actually game. Please don't get a Verbank, I want to play Pokemon. Oh wow. Versus Seeker handiwork. This game's so bad. DCE game? Just attach the double colorless and just win. Oh, it doesn't have it. The fuck? If I evolve the Vileplume, I can't use any item I draw, which sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get one more game in that's like playable. Why do we always mulligan a lot? We play like 8 basics? So this hand could be okay. I mean, Shaman no longer like helps us draw. It's kind of annoying with Malamar because we discard their energy and then they just get it all back. Thanks, I guess. Of course, oh, of course. So, Juniper, because if we top deck a Versus Seeker, that's our way out. Oddish Revitalizer. Or keep the Oddish there because we don't have the Sableye to get the Revitalizer. And then we can dump either Flagrant or Handiwork. Probably be Handiwork. Done. That was like probably the worst end we could have got. So we have to fabber the floatstone that's like ever attached to this. Yes, because that's what I need, a dark energy. Go. So they can start attaching to their Necrozma now. To be honest, if he has the energy in hand this game, or energy float zone, Why would you? What? Okay. So does he have energy float stone? Or just energy? That now works. Oh boy, do I love this game. So yeah, that was Sableye, Vileplume, Wobbuffet, Vanillux. Sadly, the games didn't really go our way in terms of draw, because we just kept drawing really dead stuff. Game 2 actually like popped off though, but they left. But yeah, thanks for everyone who stuck around to the end, because I know this isn't like the most entertaining, I should say, deck to watch, but it is quite a different take on Sableye, because I don't think, well, I think the last time I saw this deck being played, it was like years ago, and I just wanted to make it modernized with the new text that we have, being like reset stamp, custom catcher, and stuff like that. So yeah, again, thanks everyone for watching, and I might do another deck at some point down the line. If it does, it might be Virizion Genesect in 2019, because I recently built that, and I personally think it's a lot of blast. So yeah, see you all later.